or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get their credit. So rev and get here with the simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away loan hits you. Get 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% finance and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with the car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a simply smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB.
We are wired. And I submit to
Mandela, as you just said before, always remember your color of the system. Monitor your color.
Hey, man. Pretty good to be around still, you know. Doing some service. I call it these days some service. Sometimes you're so busy, you get a chance to take care of yourself, you know. It's good to be back here on a Saturday morning and hopefully it'll be an interesting show, you know. Let's see how in studio. Johnny, the former cricket coach, because of the call himself, and the Black House coach. Yeah. So I think we're waiting they usually not function version, you know, so we'll see where it goes, you know.
Morning. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the program as well first, and hopefully
First time?
My first, yeah.
It's like studio, because I'm talking at over 2 months, stuff.
In the studio.
Oh, in the studio. Okay.
I can't imagine as Johnny will be in the studio.
My first in the studio, and I'm good for the opportunity to kind of share my input in terms of sports. You know.
Before that, I think to ask the question, I see all good friends of the customers. The point is, all it is, the point on a lot of work. Johnny, I know you have your former coach of the customers, and number one to the burger. You can share with the public how that moves so far beyond the going.
So far, it's productive. In terms of growth, I think I made a step up in terms of how we approach things, how we do things. Gaining experience from being around the senior franchise team and taking it back to the Blackhawks. Also, gain experience from just general players, senior coaches. For me, it's about learning from all aspects, from my playing days to my coaching days, from my former team, and put everything in one, so I get one dynamic of what I want to do or how we should go about planning for the future.
In terms of the teams, I think I won a championship.
We won three actually. We won in terms of parity. We got won the first tournament. We got that one. I'm not sure. Remember the name of it, but we won the 2-day and T20 joint championship T20.
In terms of you when you went over there and started posting stuff, and the youngster that caught your eye.
Yeah, this Brent made a leap. He made a leap from where he was to where he is now in terms of jumping in forward. They have some youngsters like Nazari Brooks. They have some potential 13-year-old. I'm now looking at potentials going up forward. Right, we have to look at the next generation of cricketers coming up with Liberty. So that's where we have to maybe invest in Liberty School somewhere. So that is where now we have to try to, not even Liberty School, around the community. Around Falmouth, English Harbour, Copscar, John Hughes, even still all Saints, no point. Because it's important for, and Sweets, to get the St. Paul's community back up and going in terms of having players moving on and don't have no continuity. So we need continuity in terms of going into cricket from a Liberty perspective.
I have to like while I was my dad, that question, right? You want to get some youngsters to take the system and stuff. So I didn't talk about the person of the floor and teaching players. So this one man just started really growing, which is actually the person that's trying to go on the same part and get some youngsters and stuff. Because those youngsters can get in the system but start playing politics to get and then for politics to the first class.
Yeah. And that's the aim. The aim is to joining Liberty was the first thing in terms of what can we do different? What can we improve in terms of cricket in general from a local perspective? What can Liberty community do to help Liberty young talent, just keep the community vibrant? And cricket is, I think, the breeding ground for it. Football also is one. They play other sports, but in terms of the main sport is Liberty has been that part is where they bring youngsters and have growth, and they see like the Chester, the Curtis Roberts, and the Kenneth Benjamin, and you can name more. So we need a continuity process, and we have to understand the pathway. We have the pathway of production and progression. The most latest one is Kerry McGraw, because he saw the others, like the Cornwalls, he said Kadim, Philip, making them leave it and team. So they have a pathway of knowledge that now I'm happy to work along with the team. Still working along with some of the senior players in them, which I can learn from also. And the players that can come in, the young players coming in the system, can see the pathway that is real, because this is what they did to get there, and this is what you can do and improve on it also.
I was in the farm with Johnny that John Hughes and Sweets in that St. Paul's community, you know. And I said they were all saying politics people. St. Paul's is the birth and Falmouth and top squads in Gachava. And when they went for this Wall of Fame, and the Sweets Men for Life, Sweets Men for Life, that's what they call it. And they're very adamant, must use the word adamant, that they want to get back into cricket, starting some young guys, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever age, but they're not too pleased that Sweets not playing cricket anymore. So I'm very happy to hear that, you know. That's another integral part of that community. When I say the community, the Buckleys, they have not been playing cricket now for a very long time too, you know. So, and they used to have some good cricketers, potentially good cricketers. So I tell you what, to be honest, the most famous one called there was Winston Benjamin, even though they even all since. He played mostly partnership cricket, if not all, at Buckley's. So even though the village is not well known for cricket, I think I might remember a guy named Ibusto. And those guys were pretty. Buckley's had quite a few good guys, but they were not well known to people like that, you know what I mean? So the Sweets are the real Liberty two powerhouse teams, Falmouth eventually too. So if we get back into school and get all them young guys from them primary school and start having them primary school league again, you know, plenty young guys coming to see it. But like we were saying earlier, this, we just told you earlier, I think Johnny heard the conversation too. Yeah. I must have to laugh. I can tell you why. Because I remember when I was still in the coaching business, I remember our good friend Black was coaching on the 15 team. He and some guys, you know, and I asked him one minor factory, we were there on the pitch. So all the guys coming up, we have some good guys, boy. So I said to Black, Black, yeah, some promising guys and not some good guys, though. Good guys will come overnight, you know. They're seeing good guys target. They need another 4 years before they're really, really good. Or maybe good enough. So, my take, like I said, Earl, and to Johnny, when you get young guys at 11 and 10 and 9, you're looking at 5, 6, 7 years down the line. That's no overnight thing. But in order to fast track them, well, Johnny is very fortunate in the sense that he's a liberty a big team. But a big team has some guys who will leave the islands so if you get them and West Indies, so if you get them guys training with those big guys, you can fast track them. And that's the key. Because nobody 11 and 12 and 13 good potential, they promise, but you have to work with them. Keep working, not this 1.5. You just see how the guys, well, see some guys, one day practicing for them and some to call out, I think he told them some practice on guys. Doesn't work like that there. You have to put in the hard work. Like, and then, you know, like I said, what annoys me, they want to used to piss me off, what annoys me. Most of the coaches are paid all year long. But they think the job is on cricket season. And I understand it. If you have some good young guys, you go in primary school and see some good young guys, and you really love them. You think highly of them, and you think you can do something with them. You have to find somebody to have them practicing and keep going. Yeah, I mean next season they come, and the next season they come. Yeah, you don't know them. You put in the hard work, devote yourself to, devote yourself to the training, coaching. You want to do it, you. Okay, plenty of young guys want to play cricket now, but you know cricket they got the football now. And they got the basketball now. They find something else to do. Nowadays they might find something idle to do. Get in the block, get in trouble. If you find something that they love, they'll come. And you'll find them and get them over there. When you watch, I hate to say it, but you can say, oh, there are billion people. The system in India and make them special. And guess what? Not only that, you know, because there are so much people, and only maybe 11 people get play. Well, you can kill yourself get to the team.
It's a competitive edge. Discipline.
Yeah, that's it.
But I can see that say, you don't like my back spot and back, you just put the best spot.
Well, I don't know about the West Indies story. Okay, West Indies, you might be good in the till giving the play. You have to eat it to company. I've been very glad to company, but you don't get the feeling. But I was saying to you, the pricing right now, everybody competing for your one place. So you can drive yourself, you can push yourself. You know what I mean? You have to work hard for it. You got like down there, right down the hill. Anybody get to give us in this you know. But the problem to earn, I think that when it gets there, they can try to put in the best they can. To maintain, you know what I mean, to maintain that stuff, you know what I mean? Seriously, I don't understand it, you know.
Active.
Around. I got around this group from 2023. So this would be my third year. And there's a lot of growth that happening. There's a lot of talent, potential talent. It's just for the bodies now, the local body with the different island territories to come up with a plan to start to put like more rigid development programs in place. Yes, we play in tournaments at the level. We train in individually. We have groups of training, but in terms of like to get the overall from iron out from maybe a grassroots stage, I think the grassroots need to be looked at. Once we take care of grassroots, our on 15 will be stronger, and then it becomes easier at 17. So all the hard work takes place in the grassroots, between grassroots and on 15, from 15 to about say 6. All the detail work. So 17s now we become easier in terms of just more or less understanding the systems, understanding information that is passed, understanding what is required of you in the moment in the game, because all the basic skills would be already implemented already. So as a batter, as a bowler, and then it's all about getting stronger. In the meanwhile, once you get stronger, execution becomes easier. So it's not like you won't understand, because there's strength from that the age group. Eventually you get stronger, and then you will be able to get the result that we're looking for.
I thought about the practice and wanted to sleep on one side, they want to reach out to the phone. After these tournaments, how do we engage and stuff? For the next, I don't know how to get the next plan to in place to make sure honest.
Well, for me, I tend to have like September coming up. I tend to have a little program for 15. I just put it on, do my own, like to give back, more or less give back, just because you want to have a continuity from anti perspective. I'm just talking about almost players and can give up between them. And also, and a balance. How can I give back? Those inflicting the time, those that don't want the time. And I say that money belongs to generally the last 2 years, 3 years, last 2 years, because after getting the system 2023, I decided, you know what, let me do a Saturday morning and do this for 3 months. And what can we get within the 3 months in terms of hands and talents, so we can get in the system from a national body, right? And then you can actually see the progress in terms of some players coming through. Yes, because it's by myself, but at the same time, I actually, the coaches come around and also help out that aspect, which is good. So for me, it's just giving back from, I tend to use Factory. Factory was my last 2 years, Factory to help harness talent, raw talent. They just wanted to play. They had the basics, but you just have to give them the encouragement, and because cricketers want to play. if you call a program right now, and you decide we're gonna have a program for next 3 months, right? And then put some incentive in place. We're gonna have different phase. We're gonna have a different phase of coaching, and then you see how much progress we make. If you don't come out that phase, you can't progress, or you have to bring in somebody to help along because you don't want the person lagging back.
Correct.
Right? And then maybe after 2 months, we'd identify, okay, you're going to be a bowler, you're going to be a fast bowler, you're going to be a keeper, you have better hands, you more like that. You identify different things after 2 months of working with them.
And this program, you started the program already?
No, not for the year. I mean, now it's just kind of more like relaxing, kind of recovery. Because I pretty much had my break since school, just a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, after working with the guys preparing for CPL. And that's more or less recovery, getting in the gym, get stronger. Because I have to take care of my body too. Because if I don't take care of my body, I can't give out to the players that I need, how I need to. So my plan is just to get the plans out for Liberta, actually in place of the preseason, get preseason after going. Looking forward for school program start again. That's the next thing something that is for the primary school. I think primary school is next, so it's start in September, November.
So you're part of the school system, you're actually a school coach?
I'm on correct.
Okay. And in terms of the school cricket though, 'cause for me that needs some more, I know you're not in charge of the program and stuff, but as a coach, I'm sure by looking on and stuff, you can see that needs some serious overhaul, and so that we can get some good youngsters come to the program. And also from then, come to there, as I say, get the group of guys together so you can get a proper group in place for form a common school, with a proper coaching staff, leaders and stuff. They're really dedicated to make sure these guys live up to their true potential. As you said in your own words, once they call it a practice, the guys are eager to come and practice.
Correct, yeah.
So it's just to make sure you have the right group of guys, one of these guys, youngsters, to teach them the technical skills and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. The school program is actually the ideal. Well, I think this all stems from the local or communities, from like the parish leagues and the community like the Swedes, the Liberta, the Pickett's, the John Hughes. These communities have to have programs in place to feed the school program, because all these students, all these players go to schools, and if we don't have a program within those communities that feed the schools, that have a big basis, because you can't do much when you go to school with them. Most of the time you get maybe an hour, and you might have to work with, say, 20, 25. Then you look at when you finish school at 3 o'clock or 1:30. Then you have a next hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. That's a program that maybe from a local community perspective, we can actually get more from, because you have more time to work with them. So it's about time.
True.
Time management, because if you don't have time with the players, you can't see no improvement, because they don't understand what they're doing yet, but they love what they do.
So in terms of things that, like the 8 weeks, some holiday and stuff, you think that can help in terms of maybe do a program?
Yeah, it's possible. That's something that we can look into. But we need the bodies with the associations, 2 associations, the Bar Cricket Association and the Manchester Sports, kind of incorporate one another and find a common ground that you demand certain things from the clubs. The clubs have to have a youth program, and once you have a youth program, now you can feed into the school system, and then after you feed into the school system, you feed back into the national system. So hand clap hand, because at the end of the day, it's a cycle.
True.
If we don't help each one teach one, and there's not enough coaches that are in the system as yet. There are not enough coaches that are in our communities, because we're short. I think we're short.
So you think there's any possibility that like the PE, can start PE teaching in school?
Yeah, they still have PT
And
teachers.
I know a lot of time these days, I think they say PE teachers spend more time in classroom than out on the field. So, and then PE teachers can work along with the coaches in different
Yeah,
communities and
because
stuff like that. We have.
they do syllabus. Oh, the syllabus is cricket. When you see XC.
Now, cricket is on that.
It's a syllabus.
Okay.
That's why they tend to try out the word syllabus. The syllabus of CX is cricket. And then most times they go, the first thing they ask about before, can we get some gays, can we get some pictures of the celebrities, and then can we get some kiddie stuff to help out to do our
Program.
what do you call it, yeah? Our practical. And it goes towards cricket from on. So it's like teachers understand what is required of them, but it's just, a partnership. If we don't have the partnership within, the school, we ain't gonna go forward with it. But it just, like in Australia now, it's a subject. Cricket is a subject in Australia right now, so you can see in Australia want to take the cricket. If you don't, it's demanding, it's compulsory. And if so it have to happen. So you can't say not doing it.
Okay.
You know, I was listening to this kind of discourse, and I tell myself, Johnny boy, he wanted something, but it not gonna work out. I tell you why. Not because I don't want to be very critical, but when it was a comprehensive, there's something going on. You're all day long after school, you still practice. You spend time with the players. But how this thing works these days, this thing like happen easily. What happens? Johnny did something good enough. See all the schools, they know you get enough coaching them. So that can happen. What you need is for what you need early, so we take a break today. I take a break now, guy. Take a break.
Huh?
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to pay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com.
Yeah, I tell you, Johnny's onto something good, but what happens? Take for example, you have like bowlers, and you have Erlings and Oldwood and all with all the schools out there. You can have enough coaches to take care of them children.
A relationship.
What happens? It takes a team like Jennings and Bowlands to play first class cricket. You can get some guys from that's on those teams who help the young guys. This is why it's all about teaching, and they go in the class when they write papers saying they need a coach and they can't teach me well enough. That's the problem we got to like coaching business now. One big problem with it. It's a very big problem. And I'm saying to you, you can't teach nobody well enough. You can't go in class, you read and write good, remember somebody there pass the exam. That's the same thing. But if you get, take for example, I don't think our body who was join us just now is no official name coach. But I'm certain you go there with the school and teach some guys the place of batting, which is what I need. Somebody to teach you. And that's when you play down there, you need a coach. You have to see the guys who play for that team, play with this team, play with that team, and teach you. And you learn. But let's take the south. You got Oldwood, Jennings, Bowlands, Oldwood. In the area, right? You have about five or six primary schools. Oldwood, Erlings, Jennings, Bowlands, Golden Grove, Pendles. Plenty schools. If you concentrate some guys and teach some guys, it don't matter. I'm talking about guys 10, 11, and 9. It don't matter 5 years, there are plenty good young boys, plenty bowlers. That's much people play cricket in the south. Too much. You come east, you got the Willie kids. You get it? And Willie kids, Newfield, I think Newfield anyway, free told bit, and I bet there's any more like peers. There's some private school still. But the key was like early to it was a part of the plan. Even if you go secondary school at the 12 years old, you can be part of that at 13. It doesn't matter which school you go, you have the age. You can go academy, you can go grammar school. And they're from the community. You come and train with those guys. Because it's the age group you're looking for, not the name of the school. But you have to find people to help them out. But the thing is now, everything based on money. So, can you get those guys coming and assist? Well, I said I don't want to accept the time change. I don't want to accept it, I tell you why. I got people that get paid, they're doing a damn good job. So we don't accept the pay. They get paid and I don't good job. So we don't accept that. My thing is, take for example, do you think Bowlands practice cricket for 2 years old Bowlands? I don't think so. So I'm saying to you, if you don't get back, like a giant, the community-based thing, you know what I mean? Where you have the passion there, people want to play. But you have to first get something in the field. And when you pass your sweets, you see the cricket player sweets. And you see the cricket player John Hughes. And you see the cricket player Bowlands. You get that feeling. Oh, one of the most soup feeling in South now. I want to tell you that. Soup is the feeling they might play cricket all they want almost. But now, it's football. Yeah, the way you want to play cricket. Play cricket too hard, I don't know. But the problem is no I know the problem. But the great thing about this cricket now, the great thing, okay, so if you want money, I play the money in the cricket now. So how we don't want to play? How the coach they get people to play? That's what I understand. I play with Johnny, he can tell me. I don't know. Anyway, hold on, I want to interrupt you. I want to interrupt you. I want to interrupt you rudely. Because I heard you said that while and tell you that traffic something. When they say something to you, you have to happen with her. You have to late.
Yeah, that was the whole part. You know, I can't do all the else.
What remind me of? What the guy named Carl Hooper? in great shape, never look like you out, but you find way for out. While you find way for late. That's Earl.
Good morning, man. What's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning. It's always good to be here and to be among my colleagues and my greatest coach. As usual, I have to take some nicks from him, but that's fine. He was always honest. So, it's a pleasure.
I was talking to this one, John Mayer. John Mayer said that you are here.
Oh, yeah, that's my old buddy there, boy. That,
He's a coach. You want to drive by his room, but he's a coach today.
oh,
That's what he's time and stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to say, make sure that you know.
a great man there for the good ambassador cricketer.
They see passion is spoke about it, and talk about it, from the post, and like it's the second government. I thought earlier I would tell you come out playing 3 days and stuff like that. How you feel now to baptize the back of the government and not playing 3 days because they feel over 20 years.
I think anyone who understands cricket and is really honest knows that the best way to develop your skill is the longer format of the game. And that's when you're found out. And you don't have to go too far to justify that statement. Currently, as good as our Fab Four being the world, right? There are times you can just look and find out technical flaws. And when I say the top four batsmen, which is the Wood, the Williamson, Kohli, and Stephen, right? And there are a lot of technical issues within all those very batsmen, right? You go back and you realize that those things can only be ironed from a longer form when people can set you up. You understand? And it's wonderful to see the talent that's available and the creativity and all of that. But when you watch the cricket, top of our stuff is still getting people out easily. Right? The bowlers who are bowling top of our stuff is still getting the wicket in test match cricket, one day cricket, and even cricket. Because it's about you miss, I get. And that length and line is still giving a lot of batsmen trouble today. I'm not sure back then, from my recollection, those lengths, you got to be careful bowling those lengths. The good batsman would get in line and knock those ball in the outside for one. You see that happening now? Okay, that's my point.
But see,
What's up?
my take, I was what I said just now. You have me laughing and tell you why. Gotta say everything now with technology. But one thing about cricket now. Cricket will change, you know.
No.
Length the line out, length the line out. Technical. They carry the technology got what people fail to understand. What technology has done for you. Like Earl Watson said earlier. Man can know maybe see like a flaw there and set you up. Because the technology we can see now we may be a little faulty. But 4 times you have really good coach to tell you, boy, you're not bad soldier.
Yes.
But now the technology you can see. So if you play the game in recreation grounds, so big ask you, they can watch you. Because we've streamed it.
And slow you down and watch every movement.
You get it? That's what the technology does. It
goes right back to the question you asked first. How will they come about rectifying their issues? It's by playing the longer format of the game. You are most on demand to get the ball to the boundary and over the boundary in the shorter format, which is fine. And I don't have a problem with the format. My point is, every time we see a player that we think is look good, just put him in a test match situation. And you won't be able to see him player, right? And it's because of the technical issues that weren't worked on in the longer format of the game. So whenever you reach to the longer format, where I don't have to set 3-step gun, I can put 7 man on the outside and put some real sharp ball on the arm. Can you handle that? But when in the one, I can only put one guy down there. So if you do that and you go tackle it, then in the stand our job somewhere in the field and put it out class. But in test match cricket, that ball is going to somebody's hand. So again, I don't know that back in the time you could have just set up man with them kind of bumper trap them ball. As good as our fast bowlers was, it wasn't that kind of trap there. Look at the situation now. The guys, as you said, technology started to put guys exactly where they know the ball will trap in the field, right? And the other thing used to bowl bumper and the man and they get shot at back for shot like maybe beat something. But now you have the players all over the place. Can't have them everything angles. So your technique has to be spot at the higher level and certainly the longer format of the game.
No, early quite right, you know, because I'm saying to you, I was telling earlier this, maybe, I remember some years ago when Pakistan came here, that is great spin and Iqbal Qasim or something in him. Qasim, something in him. And he was a spinner. And those days, it started with the 50 overs and then go into the test.
Yeah.
And I came over, I can't do anything in him. So in him. And my partner me watching cricket, boy. West Indies win some one day games, so my partner decided to celebrate. Well, boy, we have them now, boy. They was saying somewhere. When the test match started, you know, you know, I'm about 10 overs now. You may about 30 or 40 for the day. It's like you hide for you know.
Can you handle that?
And that's the difference in one day and test cricket. Yes. You can see a best bowlers all day long, and they're not limited to anything.
No.
And my partner come out and tell me something yesterday we talking, and he said, why the batsman not, you know, when test players and leave they don't use no head. Because you have this great spin bowler bowling, and you know, you have 4 balls. Why does not make singles and then waiting out the joker ball go bang them? Instead of getting out to the bowler who give it the trouble. So I said, well, the man and the kind of smart like old days. So.
Well, remember you used to use the phrase, study, milk them.
Yeah,
when you find good bowlers, you milk them. You understand? You deny them wicket.
Yeah.
Right? You deny them wicket, frustrate them, so you milk them. You get on one, don't allow them to bowl too much ball at you. When, remember me a spinner, when me get the ball, couple ball at you, you know, I move. You understand? So when a batsman is technical enough to play your best delivery somewhere in a corner for singles, mentally, you put the pressure right back on the bowler to ask him to do something different. You understand? That is not happening right now.
But Wally, but we get to this point, Earl made a very important point in us now, which is true. Because when you watch the game now, everybody pushing the ball hard. But I remember when Danny Lewis said, tell you that star fan put the ball where they want, they get the single.
Yes.
Well, like people don't understand, they don't teach these things anymore, and I don't understand. Like, a star fan is very important. You don't push the ball in the field, and the fielder come and get the ball. And you can, look, I remember when Australia came in some years ago when Bobby Simpson take over when they pack and stuff.
Yes.
That 2 guys opening bats. One in Woods, one in, I don't know what name. One in Sabla, one in Portland, man.
Yeah.
Jabba one. One will Graham Wood for sure. I forgot the other one name. But these guys just start showing one. They start our test cricket there.
One tip.
And what they want to sing, they want to sing the fields of them.
That is funny. A couple nights ago, when I was at the stadium watching one of the games, I run into Winston, Benjamin, and I got talk to Johnny on this program as well. I asked Winston a question. I said, Winston, are you one of those coaches who are coaching power hitting? He said, what me with that? I said, because remember, all I discussed me with my crying. For me to hit the ball out the recreation ground in a red grass without Jimmy. It was pure timing and skill, right? So I understand, again, just like you were saying, the technology and the importance of building your body stronger. I agree with all them things. However, technical skill is still required. I've been watching some batting drills on my phone still, and you see batsmen standing up on a block in one position and just swing. Every ball is hitting. I'm like, if this is the way all the drills are going and they're showing you batting drills, that there's no movement of feet, you're standing in a still position and just maximizing your ability to swing the bat.
Maybe Johnny can tell.
That's why I said I'm gonna attack Johnny, because I want to know if Johnny is one of those coach who is teaching power hitting. You just stand at one place and fire the bat as hard as you can. So Johnny, help me out here.
Well, let me see. This the way that the cricket is going now, because they use it as because they have good pitches.
Yes.
Because what?
Good pitches.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm speaking about generally.
I'm not sure about that. When you watch
What you're saying, pitches for batsman. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
and the scene, the pitch is that good. That's my problem I got.
So it's more like a T20 preparation.
Yes.
That section of cricket is for T20 section.
Okay.
So you improve your hitting, the batting one.
Okay.
Your hitting ability from a stationary position.
Okay.
Right? The longer version, you require a little bit more body movement.
So basically you're saying what I saw and what I'm seeing, it's basically to accommodate stuff.
different forms.
I'll take that. Say it was T20 and test cricket have different setup.
Correct.
The way they coach it.
The way they coach it. Okay, you have different style of players because you have now you look at you have touch players, you have power players, and you still have you still need the technical players at top of the innings because they understand batting, the man can strike, especially middle overs. You require the technical players, and the 10 part we need power, so you use the more aggressive players. Say once they took Kluzner in that time, in that era, like they were brutal. They didn't have much. They're similar to our Shepherds and everything. But in terms of like the batting spin, it's totally different. I don't think we use enough.
Oh, I was going to tell you that. Remember those guys you're calling, they were much more consistent.
Correct.
When I was asked for the one of them boys was any kind of player.
Any kind of
player, one they play T20 player.
Playing shots.
They play shots. They already know practice for T20. I'm secure, but they just play the game.
But I want to go back to something here. Take what Johnny, it's pitch to you guys, see? I know I said that, I said the article earlier, but I was so to get the article to other people. And the season the other day down here, Robert was saying, the problem with Western cricket, the pitch is not good. And I've been saying that for about 15 years now, the pitch is down in a good now.
Yes.
So the batsman can't make no runs. I can joke man, they spin ball out people. When you play recreation ground and board and against down forward, then they can joke spin ballers get back. Pitches are good now. It's called your fast bowlers. I'm very happy to see some fast ball come across, you know, doing well. They're doing very, I'm very pleased. But the pitches are the whole not good. So the batsmen that's getting the opportunity to score plenty runs. One last thing though, because I want to check with Johnny told he said only technical guy at the top of the order. I see a guy that quite technically. I was the first one to say the boys posted 2 years ago. But you get most of the time very silly. And in the leader and silliness, the boy Andrew. Andrew, like Earl Warner, like a skinny bony boy. We can knock the ball along with technically.
Yes.
So you need to reverse swipe and his swipe and that kind of nonsense. And you know the sad thing about it, in like 30, 40 years of people celebrate. When you're the top of the order, you want to make century. 80, 90, 100.
Not making any
Yeah.
the youngsters.
You know, I get out. That's what I'm really disappointed with him. Because I know he had the ability to make plenty runs. Batting sensibly. You get me going from. And when you're top of the order, I remember when India put Telto could open 50 overs. Like his job was stop there maybe about 40, 35 overs. By the time you got 100.
Easy.
And that's what it is. I know the boys come to the plunder you. Because when you have a guy with that kind of talent, you know his ability. I can tell you give some guys a joke there now. With my party with me at factory. We need to try best to get one out. You know, really, you want crazy.
Yeah.
I just said to Whitley, come here, man. You can go and serve over 1-1, you can next ball for 6. That don't make no sense. Try to one, the crazy one, stupidness. Take it down, but you know why out was single? Put it out was single. So, I said the coach is going to sit down into the guys in the head. Okay, if I was coaching the team with Andrew, but at least 10 hours they'll take over there, but I think it was so jappy. I think it was silly. I go to this week. Good job, please. Yeah. You get out unnecessarily.
Good morning.
What is wrong with teaching power hitting?
I didn't say something was wrong with it.
Okay.
What I'm saying, what I asked the question, and Johnny just clarify what I was seeking. I was seeking to understand, because like I said, even when I pick up my phone now to look at batting tips, right, I notice the position is very stationary, and ball after ball, the bat just swing to the line, swing to the line. While batting, that's an practical motion, and that's what we have to get, right? Really, you will be able to play the same shot twice or 3 times to one particular bowler and over, right? Meaning that the bowler, start like Kenneth Benjamin.
I see where you're going. You realize sometimes we have the bowlers them stand up by the stumps and bowl.
Yes.
You know what? And that is because I don't want to help you to understand why as well. Because we're looking for repetition. We want the muscle memory. We want to get accustomed to a particular movement.
Yes.
So when you see people standing up stationary, it is not that they're going to do that in a game. It is just that. Whenever it is time to get into that position quickly, they would have already know what the mechanics are all about and so forth. So that is what it is all about. I tell you something. The female team, they were over to the practicing for 5 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
And they're an Australian coach, and I said, if a lot of people come over here and see him practicing, you know, we practice and coach these girls, they got cost him, and you teach girls there for swipe. But his theory is, West Indies female team don't play test matches, they play white ball cricket. And if you can't hit the ball, especially if you can't hit the ball over the boundaries, I watch the transformation of some of the girls, even Sean the character, over a 5-week period, and they're hitting the ball up by the pavilion. Now, the thing about it is that you know that they're not going to do that in a game every time. But what you want is that when the opportunity arrives and the ball is in the area, or they decide it's time to hit out, their percentage will increase. Not just that. They're hitting the ball straight at you. You know, a lot of the females talk the ball to corner. Yeah. Because basically a lot of bottom. I'm seeing girls now hitting this thing of extra cover, and that is because it is what you spoke about, the stand-up drill. Look, put them on the bowling machine, you just stand up, pick up your bat, and all I want you to do is swing to the line. So they're getting accustomed to that. They still have to defend and flip the ball off the legs and run down the turban and so on. But when it is time for this particular power hitting, they would have been prepared over a long period of time, and probably they would have gotten accustomed as to how I swing the bat, how I position myself to certain degrees and so on. So I think that's what basically you see a lot of these drills are all about.
Okay, well, and like I said, I was seeking clarification in terms of my understanding as to why, right? Because I am just a strong believer in developing solid techniques and then apply pressure when it's necessary. And when I say apply pressure, I mean speed in the game. I know they're more agile than us when you used to play, if I can use that word, right? Because as a fast bowler back then, you probably not going to dive out on ball, you get think about your own knee. No, they're not doing that. Guys, there's a lot of things that the shorter format has improved in cricket. But what I'm saying here, we still, West Indies is a test playing nation, and our best talents, we are to try to get them to move towards playing test cricket as well as playing the shorter format. Because
well, you can tell your good friend Ian, he can start with the tournament. I want to ask Taddy a question as well. Taddy, why do you think the pitches now are not better?
Well, I can't answer to that because I'm saying to you, I don't see the bats when they're making plenty runs, and the spin ball is still dominating. But you see, in my time and your time when you play the flipper, you know, if you play, when never get one laugh. When you play the ball, they part the time the ball bounce to Hooper.
And the first one after 100 yards.
What I'm saying to you, in those days, plenty of centuries used to score. And that's part of what's the problem right now. The batsmen are scoring the runs and the bowlers improving, especially the fast bowlers, you know what I mean? So I want to see the batsmen, they have some pitches that they can start make plenty of runs again, so the 100th century come habit.
Consistency.
If you don't do that flipper, West is going to improve to all the batting, that's going to let you down all the time. Okay, bowlers win matches well, you know. But unless there's a scores to bowler, you have a problem.
School cricket. See a lot of the only cricket that has given more time now is the ABC 2D. Every other cricket has gotten shorter.
Sure.
Yes.
And that's the problem. The confined school cricket is not in existence anymore. When you look at the secondary 2D competition, I don't know what that is like. Almost everything else is getting shorter and shorter. What we need to do, especially with the youth, we need to go because every time cricket. There's nothing wrong if you play a game over 1 day period, but it doesn't have to be a limited over. And that is the reason that people are not getting accustomed to batting long, batting for time. Everybody have to have a limited amount of overs to bat. So everybody have to cut and reverse sweep and score at age 13. Rather than saying, hey, you have to bat for 3 hours. The other team have to bat for 2 hours and 40 minutes. You understand? And try and score the runs, whatever. So you make it into time cricket. So people know, look, I can't just go rush guy this time. I have to bat out the time to force to be successful. And maybe that is where we need to look to start. And I'm dealing with Antigua. Right before the Caribbean, we have problems with learning to bat long. But I think we can find a solution right here in Antigua and Barbuda.
I'm totally agree with it, because unless guys let us stay with them battle long, they can score any runs, and even the overs are like 20 overs or 15 overs. These two guys put down like a partnership. They number 5 batsmen come out. Only 2 overs they'll have back. Yeah, you can't let the battle like that. So
you can imagine when a man makes sure you know that the ball has a good innings.
I said so earlier.
You mentioned that earlier too. 13 is really acceptable now, boy.
So, look at Earl is one that believes that everybody should contribute and so forth. But Earl, let me say something to you. And I know you may be a good friend. I'm respecting plenty. When you have people lead, you have to have a passion.
So
You understand? You have to have a passion to lead. So as much as me and Taddy and Earl, Wall, John and so forth want to see youth cricket develop in Antigua, the people who live in don't have the passion, they're not going to hear us. Because that is not the priority for them. We will kill ourselves and try and get it going. But the people who lead don't have that passion, it's not going to happen. And I think that is the problem that we're facing.
I believe you're suggesting that over a 10, 15 years period when Earl Walden and Taddy and Kenneth Benjamin so dig deep all in them pocket, transport people, fix pitch, do just about everything for local cricket too.
And transport people in my vehicle, but me not pocket.
You never got a pocket now, because the sports going to help you out. Them pocket there.
I'm saying to you, it's just so correct. See, you have to have the passion, you know what I mean? You have to have the passion. You have to want to do it. Because unless you know what it is, it's not going to happen.
I'm not telling nobody to put no feather in your cap, yeah? But because I go to the reflect, and then look back at the time that we had with you, Taddy. And that's the things you teach us, and that's the things we learn, based on things that you teach us as we go along as well. But the thing was that you had, Taddy, was the passion. You understand? You had that passion. When you come from practice, it's not about me in charge and me set to do this, and you had that passion. What you actually want is that if we don't want it, you don't want it in the factory. You just want people pass and say, what's that? You have 20 people in the factory. That wasn't it. Everybody who come to the factory and stay in the factory is because they want to be at factory. Not because I didn't want 20 people there.
But shoes, I can add something to that.
And so let me say this for John. I am so happy where our club is situated. Half the the main road behind some bush. Nobody even know it. It is not a show.
Right.
It is not a show.
Yeah.
And we've seen too many of that.
Yeah.
You understand? People want to be in a position that people can pass and see them and they have a the most code and they have the most so on and so forth. But then when you look after a couple of months, you really don't see any substance. And so the passion is very critical. And I tell you this, that was his biggest asset. The passion that he had, and when we saw how he was passionate and committed to us,
We had to do the same.
Anything.
We have to do the same.
Be passionate and give him. Because another thing we did for Taddy. Initially, we thought, hey, we play for Taddy, we could change so that, we don't want to become Taddy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was only after we realized we were doing ourselves the favor.
Fact.
And so this is what you hear people say, well, we're going to put my heart by the line for the coach boy. Because what the coach showed them, the passion and the interest in them and so forth. You understand? Taddy never tell us that, hey, we want that to develop and go play in. He never tell us that. But based on the way he treated us and the passion that he had, he was there every day. I remember one day we turned up a puppy and Taddy the pup. Every day. I was there. You know how he feeling, he didn't feel sick, but he was there every day. And when you see that kind of commitment from a coach, you realize that something special is going on out here, and I want to be part of this.
But shows, remember Taddy instilling us early, if we come there only for play club cricket, I run place out there. Taddy say he trained people to play the highest level.
You were practicing this shop now. You were never practicing and Taddy said, hey, now, maybe I'm going now with the Taddy over and he can't love me now, so
But this is what I'm saying to you, Taddy instilling us that he not train nobody to go play for Antigua alone, you want to play for the factory. Every player during our era that stayed at factory was test match ready. And I can go for that. Every player in our era that stayed at factory was test match ready at the time. I'll tell you something. I don't know if you remember this one. One time, Richie nearly killed him, and I was telling Richie about it a few nights ago at the stadium. Because we're talking cricket. And Richie come from Australia and he murdered Australia blood there. And come up factory and can't touch on bar. So, Taddy, tell yourself, test cricket, the real joke cricket. Because Richie just got murdered Australia and go with bat and come up factory and can't touch on bar. Factory was that good that when you come up factory, right, prepare that when you leave factory, any attack around the world, you are prepared for that. I don't know if you can find any kind of no. No. We had none of that. It was about getting in line and nobody in the middle wicket forced the captain to take out on his step. Okay, knock the ball in the middle wicket.
Okay, yeah, Johnny, I think back to you, man. The partner to tell us.
I would like to know about the preparation for the longer format. I mean, we are already established West Indies is probably the best team in the power play and the best team according to the statistics
Finishing start.
at the finish start. But we are woeful in the middle overs because the boundary is pushed back and it's about time to hit the ball in the gap. What are we going to correct that? And this is my biggest problem with our cricket, and hence the reason our batters are playing all kinds of creative shots to get away or get the ball away instead of just playing it in the gap. The field set deep, time the ball properly in the gap with the two deep players, you get two every time. 2, that's 12. That's the same 2-6 that you try to hit and get out. I have a problem with that, Johnny, a serious problem. Batsmanship in the middle overs is killing West Indies cricket.
But look on our game against Ghana, like when we were leading, we had the score.
And we keep out in.
We just keep out ourselves.
We keep just out in.
Like we're not thinking the game or something, thinking the cricket or whatever. So Johnny, help us. You're the Mandela coach, so you can help us.
Well, for me, in terms of the middle load, we see the factor from lower stage to the senior. It goes back to how we train, the time have the time to work on certain things from the base. Our base, if you don't have a base, strong base, we go to call it muscle memory. But muscle memory tell us to, this is how we're going to be playing from a young stage. This is how we transfer to the senior stage. Right? So some players grow, some players are special. There's very minimum of that generation talent coming between that. But most players have to learn along the way, and they have to learn fast. I don't think information is important. We just think we can get up and show up today and play how we want to play. If you're not training on good pitches, we're gonna play based on the pitches that we, in our brain, this is how the pitches was playing when we're training, this is how we saw playing in game.
And you know that not happen, right?
Yeah, so no.
Quick assessment.
So pitches are very important for training, because if you don't have a comfortable mind when you're training, you're gonna uncomfortable mind when you have a good pitch. Realize, okay, it's two different environments that we're in.
Let's take a break and come back. When you come back.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit.
You were saying,
So it goes back to now understanding roles. Every player is given a role in the team, sign and so forth. But at the end of the day, the coming to the ranks. If you're not developed that way, in terms of how we think, cricket is more played with physical, technical. Most of the cricket is played up in your head.
Yes.
Everybody come with skills.
Different skills.
Everybody come with different skills, but now it goes how do we utilize them? How do we utilize the skills in the moment of on a pressure? Because it's so good when the stand is empty. When the stand becomes full now, you lose that nervous system. Don't allow you to think freely because we're not used to playing on the same kind of pressure. Like certain environments in Antigua, like a better the hostile. When you leave that environment, some environments you tend to have different kind of players. Like better the cricketers are more aggressive. You tend to find a lot of fast bowlers because naturally that they have the aggression in them naturally. So when they or East in general, you find them to fast because of the environment they're in. They strive on the pressure. The more pressure you put on them, the more they give back. The better they respond to it. If you're not used to it, you can't adapt. You have to adapt to it based on the environment they're in. So it's now about how do we get players to start think this way or play the way that we based on the scenario that's ahead of us. By playing more cricket, by playing more longer version of cricket, by playing the cricket that we need to our brand. We have to have a certain brand. If you have a certain brand in terms of aggression, based on the brand that we want to play, we need to start to train that way. If we train away and don't play the way that we're training, it's our fault. But if we're not training that way, I want the players to play that way. That's the next issue.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah. But before I ask the question, I just flat out and manage to come out to families and manage to present one.
Yeah, every time.
So people.
Yes. Hear me out. As much as we changed back then, there was always game scenarios. Both are changed and organized so that we can see where we are. What amount of actual cricket scenario is played within all these professional setup outside of the games in terms of the practice session? Just like I asked a question and I got explanation from Kenneth and him. So I now come to an understanding that it's a part of the muscle memory. Okay, that aspect we're working on. Are we now playing games scenario where we're working on specifics? We play a game, but we're saying after the power play, every player that goes to the wicket has to be able to hit the ball, turn the wrist according to space. Remember, we're working on something now. So we're doing a game scenario and the coach is going to be there. And if you're not doing it, you will be taught right on the scene. Why just get behind the ball and hit it there and not get inside the line and just turn it mid-wicket? So just in case there's an extra cover and over the full, you force the captain to put a man there because you start to step across the wicket. Same half stump line and the half stump becomes middle leg stump because you, the batter, the coaching staff and everybody is comfortable with you playing a scenario now. You must get across, you must knock the ball to mid-wicket because we don't want 3 men in the outside, we want 4. So we need to show a nice extra cover, guide up ball down so we can have all the man. Is that been happening? Because I've been asking that particular question to a lot of people who are involved in cricket. Are the players been taught how to manipulate the field by cricket shots, not reverse sweep, not school? Because I understand those are in there now. There are times when the pitch is not even conducive to school. So, in line with a vertical bat and playing the angles is the best scenario in the middle overs. And it's proven over and over again. I'm saying here, is the technical people around the cricket, around all the teams that we have from whatever to a level, working on those scenarios to get players better equipped to handle international cricket because the international people in them different to our regular stuff.
Well, I can speak from a legal line franchise.
Yes.
Working along with Steve this year. Since 2020, 2024, 25. Correct. Libert. I think the session that we had about 5 weeks over Liberta. And I know that was a main part of his program. Okay. Right? A main part of his program in terms of batting time, that's one. Most important thing. Batting with different mindsets, that's 2. How we go about different phases of cricket based on the pressure. And we put ourselves in that, put ourselves, the players in that situation where they have to play according to the situation. And also we did a lot of scenarios. That's why we were at the Burton, so nobody really could see.
Okay.
Which is
Hold
good.
on. That's a question. That's why you were at Liberta.
No, we were at the Burton.
Okay, you said that's why you were at Liberta.
Let me see. It's you won't be seeing it. You won't be seeing it.
No. I want to find this because I was told you were Liberta because they were the venue.
No, they went Liberty because that's a venue available to them.
Exactly.
Right, so
that's why they went there because we get the wrong impression.
Correct. So let me just continue, elaborate on it. So a general day-to-day for preparation for food would be, you would have 4. You have 3 sessions, three grids, three pair batters. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you would bat a 40-minute slot. One would have skills, with technical skills in terms of what you want to work on, in terms of area touch players, when if you want to do that. The machine, when you want it still with a little more accuracy, and then you have liveness. We know the seamers now and the spin mills come and bowl into hitting them good areas in the realistic form. And every batter, every they would interchange and all that. Okay. So you would get more or less, you would get maybe say 2.5 hour, 40 session. So you would come back after lunch. So who started would probably finish after lunch. Okay. So in a different area.
Okay. So you start from here and you go.
You go to all with 40 minutes grid.
Yes.
And everybody would get that. Also, they would have a feeding session and they would have a fitness session. So everybody go to the.
Sorry, I want to jump in a little bit because that was Johnny said that I try to pull him up about. That's why we went to the birth up. Well, I have a problem with that, you know, tell you why. It's great the birth is out of the building. Happy man, that's what the ground supposed to be for. But my take is, why stick wicket not available for West Indian people practice cricket? But hey, look, the board in my main factory, I'll be happy with that. That's great. But you want to improve the cricket. But they can't use the ground because some function update, something update. And it's what the West Indian cricket.
But now we have to practice it because when you do it,
that is true. No, I agree with that. No, I'm saying that is quite true. But I'm saying to you, stick with the available because some shop there, something of it that can't make any sense. But I agree, you know, there's nothing wrong with the boat. It take 2 weeks, it should take another week. You move them around. But Earl Warden said something earlier on to jump into, Earl Warden was onto something good too. Because I was saying, why you have some scenario coming up and you get to practice, match practice. So the same scenario with you're practicing the match. Not just in the net, you're practicing a match. Match practice where you know people doing good and people doing good. Was it something? The fish was there. Okay, let me come back here to be shot after the one out the door.
So in this, how we train, you know, is like a ball set this field. So mentally, as a player, you identify, okay, this is the field you have, extra cover, long off, long on, deep middle gate. You play according to, you play that way. So you put it in mind, you put yourself in a muscle memory mentally, so you can actually execute for game day. You're training, but you're training with a field head instead of just a blonde area. Okay. So now you put yourself, okay, we have a straight middle wicket, so we here up and there we go, angles, based on how the field is set. So this is how it's done from a legal perspective, or how we do it now. Well, the bowler will challenge him, and the batsman will say, okay, I'm batting power play, I'm batting middle overs. Based on the scenario, or the stage you're batting, you set the feed account to that, and you try and manipulate the feed. And then you would have different bowlers, depth bowler, with the same bowler would put it down because he would be bowling power play, and he wants to execute his skills in terms of I'm gonna go variation, or we go bumper, we go back of a length based on the feed again. So that's how the batters and the bowlers.
But that is same like our fielders on the field.
Yes.
Okay, I tell you, so we're talking about it. I remember 1983. He was. Well, flipper. And that's what we have matching Saturday morning today. To the match. And in the week, the flipper started on the ball bouncing, so no sleep. And you know, I say, that's oh no, and they said that in each other.
I'm not the man that day.
I've seen that. So I'm saying to you, when you come Saturday morning, you know, I said giant like a band in the midweek.
Set the field.
So I set my field out. They'll practice. Yeah. Yeah. If you get outdoor, they give you out.
Yeah, you're done. You're back in there.
So I'm saying to you, a nice idea about the memory thing. That's great because if you're a batsman, any batsman, for any kind of cricket, when you take a guard, first thing you do have to
Well, if it's
you have to know feelings.
If it's smart. If it's smart. If it's smart, you want everybody there.
Exactly.
And you pinch Earl on the other and say, if the man move, it may not.
Exactly.
To me and Earl are bad, but we watching.
Exactly.
So you finally come on like a bit, say, finally got the left like a bit, so then I'm glad to say, all right.
Johnny, I don't mind the cricket now, but why this is so important? I don't see batsman tap one of these. So.
Communication.
You know, I beat the man and so nobody can now say, hey, you need to adjust this and what. Nobody attack them. Why didn't nobody attack one of these?
It's because everybody are focused on their own self. And it shouldn't be. Everybody's focused on themselves.
Oh, Johnny, excuse me, please. So I say everybody focus on their own self, what it mean? You explain that to us. Can we not understand it? In a way.
Maybe look from audition to go to the next level from franchise.
Because they are under so much pressure mentally. They put it mentally, they are under so much pressure.
They're trying to get a place in the tech side.
Correct. Because the way the game is going, everybody is not. It should be a team. It should be a team game first, then an individual game. If you have an individual, cricket is an individual team sport, right? And you have to have the right people to inherit to get that down pack in the environment. You have to nip it early, knowing that okay, this is the way forward. This is our brand. I can speak from Liberta. We have once you play with the team, you're not gonna be. It's not about you. Are you? It's about the team. Like if you score 100 and the 100 has in shorter, what do you call it? Shorter people runs, meaning you only 1 year one side and not one is gonna hard. We nip it in the bud early. We call it out.
Yeah, the boss.
Yeah, gentlemen, I just hear you all talking about people about their own. And how much of the young cricketers they are think watch this program and stuff? How much of them listen to any sports program?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
No, they tell you, and I don't leave that there, just to point out. No, I heard Sonny talking about during the week, practice and the week, and fees, and ultimate one out and so forth. No, what they call that now? What they call that now, Johnny? What they call it one out and so?
Like
They call it game sense.
Game scenario.
Yes, sir.
The thing about it, I was there laughing with Sonny, and you know that. I was there laughing when Aquaman them come and they start to get the ball with the shine and it's birds and something new. And Sonny, you laugh because you know they're fucking. We just get the ball to reverse with.
One mile.
True, yeah.
1 mile.
But we never got the first swing. We didn't hit the ball turn
We didn't know.
It's going down the opposite direction way it was going a couple overs ago.
Shoot out what they do, they put a name to it. That's all they do, put a name to it. That's it.
So when you really check and look at the stuff that you have gone through, even these things, what they call biomechanics and so forth. Because the stuff there, when you're in the factory and you can't see the body, and they say we have got strong arms and strong back and legs, that was biomechanics.
Yeah.
Because that's how the body, if your core is not strong, and your leg is not strong,
You're done.
you can't back for long, you can't hold for long because those things cause for strength in those areas and so on. And so the most critical thing for me, and the whole that Scandinavian start to drive this, is to maybe start to find a way how we can get school people to start to tap into them program here. Maybe that's what kind of more school sports because we learn a lot of things off the field. I learned a lot of things when I started to play and when I stopped playing. There are some people who believe that they'll be perfect when they're in the play, they learn everything, but nothing goes wrong. And lots of the things that I learned maybe when I was looking to stop playing, after I stopped playing, and understand why this was happening, why that was happening, and so on. So it is very critical for young people to listen to this program, and I will tell you why. Because things that we learn when we're 30 and 40, we speak about this on programs like this.
Yes.
And so they can learn these things and they at age 15.
Trouble up.
Exactly. And so
Trouble.
that is why we need to, when we do programs, we do curriculum, these are what we need to encourage. That we think that we learn a little bit, we can get the young people. And tell you what, that's what they're doing in other countries.
Yes.
That is why you're seeing it in the communities. When a guy don't play one World Cup, under 19, one season he can't play again. Because it takes time to move on. He would have learned some things that the average under 19 player wouldn't have learned. So it's time for you to move on. And we need to start to plan along these lines, teaching people things that in the past we felt hey, they're too young for that. Nowadays, children grasp things much earlier.
True.
Once they have the aptitude and once they willing to learn.
True. Agree.
Total agreement.
Another thing is, I think some now we need more classroom sessions instead of practical. Because most of us, because we're so technical gifted now, we think more than do it. We see it, then we do it. We're going the other way now. We're doing practical and less theory. So now, because of the era change, or because everybody quote unquote modernized, they will see it as a plus if you take them in the classroom and they know. It's something that maybe you have to look into.
But some the art players are classroom.
No. Correct.
Both say I know you play some.
Yeah. So you have to have,
hands-on or some the classroom.
correct. So you have to find the balance in terms of the cricket balance.
I think what Flipper is saying is spot on. What he's saying and what I'm interpreting Flipper to say is that a lot of things that I would have learned, I was a much better player at 35 to 45 than I was 18 to 35. But guess what? 18 to 35 are when they were flashy and everybody sees something. But mentally, after them age, I learned that if me want to score 100 tomorrow, nobody can stop me. Because some of the things I used to do here, I realized they weren't even necessary. You understand? But I learned that when we don't give up the playing days, I'm actually feel me better now because I understand cricket better. And I think that's what Flipper is pointing to. If the players then can get to people, get to on a program like this and listen, right? So now they have something that we would have learned. Before me go by Taddy, there's a lot of things I didn't know for me to back well. But when I go by Taddy now, I was able to start to put some things together because not only I'm hearing them, I heard Taddy when I just came talking about you can't teach what you don't know. That they light me up when I go up in here. Because really and truly, it is true. You understand? To me, you teach what you know. Teaching must come from experience and knowledge. You understand? And what Truth is saying, we understand all them things and know, right? What if we can impart all them things to them and them ready to accept it at an early age, then go become professor when they come for our age.
The other thing, so if I may add to her,
Yeah, because
what is critical as well, and Warden spoke about, teaching. I heard John is talking about the classroom and the practical and theoretical and so forth. But as coaches and as mentors, I think it is very critical for us to understand very early how these people learn, because a lot of people learn differently. Some people can tell them, but the early they're right, you understand? Why?
Taking care of the classroom.
And others will do it. In class, some people can write it, some people can send them a text message and say, look, this is what I want. Some people, you have to show them.
Carry them.
Yeah?
And the feed them.
Some people, you have to let them do it, their hands on. You have to let them do it to learn. So, in all of this, and this is why coaching have to be dynamic. We can't just coach one out because people learn different.
True.
I may show them how to bowl a slow ball. One guy, he will never learn that way. I will have to let him try it. Yeah,
Develop it for himself.
or I can send it to him on a text message and explain to him and he can do it. So we have to make sure we cover all those bases. All the methods of learning, almost all. We have to make sure that we implement them in coaching so that everybody, unless you don't know how the individual work, how the individual learn, you have to make sure you cover all of these methods. So when you finish practice the afternoon, you know for a fact that some learning would have taken place.
Regional presents
Right.
30 minutes
Yeah.
of first,
Well said.
first reading.
All right, gentlemen.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I must reiterate again. It's about, as Flipper said a while ago, it's about environment and understanding an environment for growth. If you realize, okay, this is what's missing, we add to it. And if it's not from your community, and you have to go and search for it, to bring it in order to enhance your community, you do it. Right? As coaches, as players, that is what if you understand what the professionals does it outside the Caribbean, that's what they do. If they don't have it, they go search for it, gain experience from it, and then thank you for your time, and then we part the job.
I'm gonna say something on that. I hope that all these professionals that we are having in our system, our coaches, Johnny, not touch you, but generally, that we are allowing ourselves to soak up some of the experience that these people bring around. I know some people are fixing their ways and not willing to change and accept other stuff, but I'm saying here, my thing is always, if we get somebody who is doing well and really making a change to our cricket, these information are to be passed on to every single individual who are coaching in our structure, from grassroots to the top level, and that's the only way we're going to improve.
You onto something, you know. You onto something, guys. Okay.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to pay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and...
No, I was saying, you know, that I mentioned last week that dealing with our family with the CPL. You know, when they come here, our local coaches, community coaches, and so on, they should have some kind of sessions with them or someone, so they see the players and talk to the young guys and so. Yeah, they get them around. You talk about mentor, great. Not the problem with mentor, but Like, you tell about John, for example. I think John mentioned earlier, St. Paul's and all the young people. If we can put the plan of that together next year, we have plenty young until the teen now. When they come here, have something working for them so they can get in the community, even some of the senior players. But the problem is, I see the problem. What happens? Everything fast, moves so fast. They come in this afternoon, tomorrow morning, they start playing match in the garden. In that like in India, guys, we have to travel. By Leah, in India now, in school.
Bus ride or something.
You know, so I can see the little hiccup there. But until we can get young guys, engage them, then they get involved, with the setup. And the CPL is a money making thing, but you're laughing again. I can tell why I'm laughing. Because I saw something there where Dream will never put out IPL.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think I sent it to you.
Yes, actually.
The one that sponsors it. The big sponsor in the cricket team too. Hey, in the government, in this betting business, so almost all the betting company get pulled back now. So I don't know, I get all the money now for T20 and all the Super now, you know. All the T20 league might cut down Super now, you know, watch it. Because they where the money is coming from. See, those are betting companies now. And there the money was. But in the government, you can clap down on them. So I'm saying to you, we have to do something, because whenever we see the good and the government complain, he said that the government not putting the money. Most of them not putting the money for the development of the local cricket. The T20 up there for need some money.
It goes back to now. It goes back to
what I'm saying to you, T20, but to the detriment of the test cricket. Because I see somebody arguing the case, you know, I watch that international stuff, I watch that local stuff. And I'm saying, somebody claim that they're right. I think see what became by test play in the country. Ridiculous. Some of them go to test cricket, some of them go to nothing. But you check. Hard never Australian in this up there against them, you know the team now. Hard never, you know.
I think the other guy, Mitch Johnson, after part of
Here's the one. I send it for you, yeah.
you talk about the shit.
Yeah.
I see it in bad mind because they just want to keep it among the big team. Australia, England, so make the players. There's one team other to get better, if they get the best.
And you argue that, even argue for West Indies cases. So, you know what I mean? I was saying, that's a genuine guy. So, the cricket can develop the best player against, I would feel like Zimbabwe or whoever they be, but it's not good for media. It's not good for the
Bad news, yeah. Bad news. Yeah, bad news, yeah.
Hey, Mandela, good morning.
Yeah.
I'm on the program.
Yeah, you're calling for my you're right.
Hey, yeah, good morning to our...
Hey, hold on. You don't see part of what you just see part of what you run command. You don't see part. You can't get one you break no man.
It's been a while since I've been on the program and I watch the program because what happened, they changed my schedule. I was working nights. I went to work Friday night.
Okay.
When I get home in the morning, you know, I sleep until, you know, afternoon.
Hey, look, no apologize for our friendship, you know, brother. Don't apologize for our friendship.
No, but I apologize. I think I didn't need an apology. You know me, I was...
We're not a bosom body tag team.
Yeah. The reason why I wanted to call you is because I heard Johnny touch on a point there. And when he said, based on the format of the game, you coach accordingly. And I strongly agree with him with that. But one of the things that come to mind is when I used to play, I started playing cricket first. I was a strong onside player, right? And I can remember there times when people used to tell me, oh, I'm not good, I'm not this, I'm not that. But back then we didn't have much coaches, you know, Taddy Child, and sometimes you have like 40, 50 people. on one field at factory. And when I say party people, it's not even youngsters, people who establish in the game, right? And I can remember when I used to bowl, Fatty used to say bad news, you are not as fast as Cleve or Shakto or some of these guys. So you have to learn how to do things with the ball to get man out. And I can remember Taddy also during practice said to me, bad news, if anybody hook you for 6, that's the end of your bowling. You're not going to bowl here again. And if they hook you for 4, anywhere the ball go, you have to go retrieve it yourself.
Yes.
So, yeah, so I can remember these things. That's why they say, bad dude, learn how to swing the ball, learn how to hit the seam. These are things that I kept with me up to this day. You understand? And even if I'm not playing cricket, I use some of the things that I learned from cricket and my day-to-day way of living, even at work. Because, Wally, you know that I'm doing a very dangerous job. And some of the things that I learned from cricket, the discipline that I learned from cricket, I put them into my everyday way of living and work. And what I made a point, I don't know if you guys read my message, that coaches supposed to be able to identify certain talents within a youngster and enhance that talent instead of sometimes trying to change them. The reason why I say that too, watching Steve Smith, and he's one of my favorite players because sometimes he reminded me of myself. Watching Steve Smith back. If Steve Smith would have, maybe, my estimation, if he would have been a Caribbean player, a West Indian player, I don't even think he would have made it on the West team. Because they would have come up with all kind of stuff to say he's hungry, he don't play the ball well to the outside, and he's too unsided. These are kind of things that I personally believe they would have said about Steve Smith. So my point is that the coaches today should know how to identify certain talents within the youngsters and enhance that talent. Because the game has changed a lot over the years.
I want to jump in on something you said just now, I want to jump in on something you said just now, that Taddy tell you to knock you with 6, and you hook him, you have to go for your ball yourself. But they used to tell you, I don't set people donkey job bowling. Yeah. So if you bowl donkey job, man, you pull them. So you have to feel the one ball, man. You have to feel for playing ball. You have to learn the ball properly.
And for me, being around Taddy, I only understand the terminology is just different. The word that we use now is the words that Taddy used to use then in a different format. So you just identify how we, English language is a very dynamic. So I can say one thing and you can say the same thing, but it means the same meaning. So you just know how we, as an individual, as a player, is how you take it, the information is how you transfer it in your mind. So now, if you take it negatively,
Yes.
you won't have clarity on it.
Yeah.
So it's about clarity in terms of what was said,
Yes.
what was meant, and why you did it.
And what you want to achieve from you not doing it.
And once we understand the why, in anything in life, why? So once we have clarity on the why in life, we understand everything.
You're not better place. You're not better.
Say something about news?
Yeah, Mandela, one of the things I developed, and it comes down to the same fact that Charlie said I have to go for my ball myself and I will start going at factory and whatnot.
Never got it done with that.
Yeah. Tell him who won me out. But one of the things, Wally and Mandela, is the fact that, being a fast bowler, well, they just see me a medium pace, even though we think faster than what. One of the things that I developed over the years is the art of, okay, I'm going to bowl short, because I might give a 4, but I learn the art of varying my pace a lot. So if we bowl a short ball and it is true, the next one is going to be extremely slow. The first one might be slow, when you think you can hit it for 4, hit it for 6, but the next one is going to surprise you. and I developed these skills over the years. You understand? And I said before, a lot of these youngsters don't take time out to try and identify their strength and their weakness. You understand? And try to work and get. You don't have to go when you go to practice to work out things. There are things that you can work out on your own as youngsters. And I don't think these cricketers these days do that for themselves. They wait on the coaches to tell them everything. When you, as an individual, can do things for yourself. You understand? Yes, it's on the coaches to, build on the foundation that you have before. But sometimes it needs you as the individual to put in the extra work.
So say,
Youngsters are caught up.
Before I go, I'm going to give you a few little bit. Before I go. When you want to
I know you have
you are USA. Why want to get USA when you want to I can't do that.
Well, Waljan and I think Waljan and I don't remember if it was Chief, the guy from Joseph. I think Waljan and Chief opened, and I batted a number 3. And Waljan was going great guns. It was what, as a matter of fact, it was Waljan's birthday.
Yeah.
It was Waljan's birthday, so I went to that number 3, and I was hitting the occasional 4 here. Waljan said, hey, just give me the strike, because he was that. And I was doing that. At one time I hit 3 back-to-back 4s, and started tilting please of that. I wasn't coming down the pitch like Waljan and hitting the ball over long half. If I come down and try to go past it, it's going over mid-wicket. So Taddy didn't want that, so he sent a message. But I realized, I think the first one of the messages was Red Stepper, if my memory serves me right. And I see Stepper throw Waljan aside. And I said, but he's not Waljan back. Waljan and Stepper have a go side and never talk. And what? Give them away. I see Stepper look at me and he's talking to Waljan, looking at me. Like he don't want to come over to hear what they say. So then when Stepper gone, I said, what you just tell you? Waljan said, why if I knew there you go, but they tell you no. That's it, who run you out. So he said, why, okay, man, this man not well. And the man said, who run me out? So he said, and eventually me Waljan score over 200 goals. Something not
But you live on the past, I'm telling you that Taddy said now there's about straight.
hey, look, bad news.
And Mandela, I'll tell you right, Taddy was so much of a father figure back then, right? I never ever take it personal. I just thought that, hey, you know what? Taddy wanted to see me improve my game.
Yep.
So he said these things. I have never, let me tell you something. Taddy has said some things, and some touches people these days would have taken personal. I probably would not even go back to person. I remember one time too, we were running all week, and let me tell you, I always think Taddy catching foxes was like a death sentence.
Personally, to me that is the hardest part of the chain. That was the hardest part of the chain, to be quite frank.
Yeah, Taddy not one to get to it and think, well, yeah, it's not easy. Then he not one way over to it. And then run, you sprint to get to it, to catch it. Then the next one way back to the other side. And then he could jack the one way. You know, I say, well, good effort, Everybody take 3 laps.
Well, man, you're going to get
I tell him, we take 3 laps to back to him. When we don't take a 3 laps, Friday, look for the water, say, bad news. No, man. It's a car serious. You run 3 laps in a this amount of time and not take 3 more.
Yeah, but I was catching a while and I was happy to go there because I saw the catching job by Wesley's team or so. I was catching like my car, catch and I catch up such a like nothing. Especially don't catch overhead and afterward. Yeah, that was Taddy stand as regular. Yeah, regular. We just testing to show that Taddy wasn't way ahead of time.
And Sundays and stuff, And But I got catch Sunday, right? And I said, look here, now. It's in the many days. Yeah, but we have to run. We have to run. And at my age, I'm 64. We have to run and run the team. I said, what catch? And young man, younger than me, could not take. I tell them, I said, look there. That's why I'm going to catch them. That time is just not fast. I remember one time, we practiced from Monday to Thursday, and it was a Friday afternoon. I told him, boy, fellas, I'm not coming to practice tomorrow. So Dave, Soppy, you go run practice. And Soppy said, boy, fellas, I don't have to run in and catch the big son or what. Not knowing Taddy was there in the bushes. Taddy was in the bushes there on the west side. She was started back then. Never really looked to see Taddy to drive the car straight on the field. Pull out the stump for them and say, hey, no, fellas. Bam, catch it. And we go out catching and running for the rest of the afternoon. And these are people, not only it takes dedication from the players, but Taddy was dedicated to his work and to the people of them who did try for help, meaning the cricketers and them. You understand? There's certain things.
Hey, bad news. I have to interrupt you. I have to apologize. So, maybe one thing in particular. I didn't know about this slow bunks or fast bunks over 4 times. When I started the donkey, when I started the donkey jump, I didn't know this slow bunks or that.
It's still fast because I remember playing the ball and the first field. Man has a ball and take out and I get something. You don't do nothing. And yeah, when you try to do like put the extra, you know, best friend.
Yeah, just to glide in.
So just make it out of our age and say, you know yourself and so.
Sure.
Then they want to get to learn.
You get to learn.
But at the same time, Taddy just actually learned something, realized that bad news, now we know. He never know about bad news a thing.
Right.
But because of what he got donkey job, bad news got so bumper.
Slow bunks.
So you go back to English language and what they mean.
So donkey job basically slow bumper.
No.
You have skill to it.
Bad news, slow bunks, so it's called mid-waist. And the Robinson wins and slow bunks, they call it.
Okay.
So,
What is the height?
I want anybody pull you, but hook you. I want to hook you, not pull you.
What is the height?
But Wally, let me tell you, and Kesa said something to me years ago, right? And I think that also. Kesa said to me, look, and you cricketing career go very short. In general, meaning everybody, you can only play up to a certain age.
Yeah.
And the way how you play cricket is how you're going to live your life after cricket. If you love to practice and you love to show up to practice, you're going to take that into your everyday way of living after cricket. And it's so true. If you're a man that loves to show up to practice and do what the coaches say, when you go to work, these skills that you learn on the cricket field, you can use them on your job. Sometimes you go to work, you know, and the bosses may have a rough day before you come to work at night or whatever, and you bring that energy to work. But then you know, see the boss have that energy. You cannot go along with it. You have to try and change things. You understand? Or else things are going to end up haywire. And these are things that we learn from playing cricket. I never been to college, you know. You understand? I never been to no big school. But there's certain things we learn during playing cricket that up to this day I'm using in my day-to-day life. You understand?
Cricket is actually the closest thing to life.
It's because of people. I have blessed to be around Taddy, Hugo, Felix Phillip, Pacer Williams at an early age. And these guys pass on certain things to me that I use positively.
Hey, look, hey, man. Hey, bad news. Hey, it was great for what you not call Wally, man, what?
Yeah, man.
I'm a big friend. There's nobody in the world have more confidence in me than Gamma. Nobody. Mandela, I can remember we played a final against Mahaipo, and you were in bowler's team too, and you were supposed to play. And because you were working in the bank, you couldn't come for the start of the game. So you were going to be like a few overs late. And while then, even if the pitch was wet, Even if I play from Passan and you win the toss, Warrior think he's supposed to bat. I put the pitch dry out, Warrior still go bat. Gama come to me secretly behind them back and say, "Bad news, how you feel?" I was surprised too. I'm saying, "What mean how me feel, Gama?" Say, "Boy, if I go win this championship, you know, you could take one really good year for you know. I feel like a ball over high, you know." We say, "You believe that, Gama?" Gama say, "Yeah, man." So he say, "How you feel?" We say, "I feel good." So he said, "If money does, I go ball no." But I say, "But Gama Mandela not here, man. You're police, I must be with one yard." Say, "Bad news, man, okay." That's what I'm going to do. Gama go out, Gama win the toss, and Gama come in and say, "Fellas, we're feeling, you know, Warrior challenge, pace, all of them. Like, Gama, how you can do that?" Gama say, "Boy, from the opening ball, I say, you feel good now, and you back my ball." My Mandela Gama put me power tough spot, you know. I said, "Lord, we can't let down Gama no boy." We go out, first over, bam, we get the guy there, Vernon Dowdy. Clean ball. Yeah, clean ball Dowdy. He got this guy to see the ball, me think a rock in here. Then the second over, me get E-card behind him. Quick a ball with the key. Party behind one, I said, "What?" Party, they made them man. The next over, third over, every over me get a wicket, next over me get the guy Jacobs. Clean ball again. Then we go down a fine leg of field, the great statue. Commentate. Right by the commentary booth now. The people out, I say, "Hey, by the old, the guy will chew wicket up, but I'm not rate you yet now." One thing I have to feel with is that he said, "Clean ball, Connie Nicholas."
Yeah.
And we rate you. I said, "Okay, this is a big challenge, but I'm going to take it up." Connie come in, we give you 2 ways, we have bam, bam. So the next ball, Connie leave alone, and we have it half stump out the goal.
Right, look.
What? You do well, man. After 6 overs, I will never forget that. Gama to pull me out, he made himself say, "Boy, goal, to us, he forget." He pulled me out and I ball out Mahaiko for 124. Could not forget the score. Mahaiko done win 2 championships and they could not drink the beer and eat the food that Thursday afternoon. I clean them up. Walden and I got the thing open back. Walden and I got out, but they take the score. Walden must have scored 20 something, I got score something. They challenge them on the
Wait. Hey, bad news, but they want to find on something, okay? Something missing. But Earl didn't play the game?
I think he come, I think he reached here. I think one time and he couldn't bat. When I think he feel.
Couldn't bat,
He
in a
couldn't
field,
bat.
couldn't bat. What? He couldn't bat.
7.
Right, he couldn't bat. And I go and follow.
Number 7.
You didn't know that?
He said, "I come in Earl's boy home, but we hear Earl, you'll need pepper Earl and I can some."
He couldn't open bat because he couldn't bat before number 7.
I see.
Then they come.
So the sometimes I show them man have argument for them man they get shot up and them man they shot Bailey and them man they argue about it, you know. And the man say, "Boy, let the card back you."
Hey, you so like go, Paul, man.
Bad news, they tell you when a score the one from. Bad news, open score, but can make some single in the
Oh, Paul, that man.
Bad news, they say, "Why right time again single there?" Between the 4 and the quarter, me get a single there, and me get the ball on my toe.
Oh, I didn't like that to bad news, boy.
Sean Bailey say he never sat for no wet wicket and Gama tell you yes.
Therefore,
And they call me now. We sleep the Sunday morning on the call me. Shaq Zaman call me. Oh, the man argue and they want to clarify something. I say, "Boy, and a Sean task now. How will they wait? Put the pitch dry out, get police. And while John one goal got us, I come back in and say, "Ah, we're back." Sean, while John. And then I say, "You sure about that?" I say, "Boy, while he do it, and a Sean, why don't you blame Sean for something that Sean didn't do? Yeah, Sean was the captain, but a while John won't got us. I come back. I say, "Ah, we're back."
That's what we be.
We continue to listen from the side.
Okay, bad news, man.
Before we go,
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, remind me during the week or so, man. That we can, that sometimes so because we work, sometimes at vision some work, and sometimes we have to work at night.
Okay, we send you the program early.
Yeah, send me the link on Friday time or early Saturday morning.
Okay, buddy.
Make sure the fall off the bridge.
Yeah. All right. Stay safe.
Yeah, man, thank you.
Yeah, man, one love. Yeah, man.
You go part here to watch your man like that.
Now, but when we get to I remember me spent quite a few years old, but we have Hayden to the come. One time, talking about Hayden boy, one time we in send them up. We get out a hook twice in the sea. Early. So we're playing against Virgin Islands and Galloway, you know all what Galloway say shot. So Galloway bore me on bumper boy. And then Donna tell me, we out them, so you know we're back later in the day. So the other one, the dressing room was not the hook. Said, go boy. And this thing, Galloway bore this thing and be done lean. We're playing short ball. We know like know where you're bringing her. We lean. So me done back foot and lean. And when me something in my head say, why you go get out the hook? Bam on my shoulder. So he didn't come now. He hit the bat, send the massage. He's gonna grab me in the car and shake me. You're gonna make the man kill you. You're gonna worry about out and he said, hook. The next one, Galloway do that. Yeah, bang! Some container way down. So that time the shoulder kill me.
Hey, wife, the way national?
Eh?
Wife, the way national school?
Yes.
That by so to put.
Yes, some food right there. Done already down there. Bang, then go to another box of back. That man done drive money on my shoulder. And we done there for the shot. I just pull my, and this, you see this? I'm saying this also. One of the things that coaches have to be careful with, and people who's in the dressing room, is to predict what players should do when they get in the middle. Because that ball, and again, remember we talked about partnership with batting. Charlie was an excellent partner as an opening batsman. Anything that happens, he's down the pitch talking to you. And he came down and grabbed me, a big man, me, and I'm a chest man, and shake me and tell me, they can many man kill you, hook, if you're out, you're out. The next ball on the container and them. And them things, they live with me for the rest of my career. That after that day, I never allow dressing room pressure to dictate how about, because when you get older, it's all about the middle.
I'll tell you something. So, having heard that, how come this more than the cricket invite for themselves? I can't do Johnny.
And you see it. I remember we brought up the argument with Johnny because it's what you see on the TV. You don't see the interaction. And it's clear, right? So it must be what he said, selfishness on some part.
So what I can say now for the teams in a row. So information, 2 batters gone by. You actually have assessment on the pitch.
Yes.
What's going on. The 2 batters assess the wicket and then send it back to the dressing room.
Yes.
So to determine, okay, if it's a 200 pitch, it might be just a 300 pitch based on the clarity.
Yes.
We didn't have clarity. The assessment based on the power score versus okay, it might be. So today might be on the power score.
So bad property.
So now information go back to the dressing room. So I guess because of that information go back to the dressing room now becomes now everybody already know the plan. So maybe that's why that comes to play.
Okay.
Into that perspective, if from that perspective you want to look at it from that angle. But because of trying to figure it out on their own, because that will happen in practice. Unless a coach, they always should let the player figure it out. You learn more, but sometimes it's a detriment to the team sometimes.
By sending the information, I'll tell you something about him. Richard said one of the reasons some interview was on and they asked him about why he don't watch the game or sleep. He said because war going out there, the man like them at war out. They said, I don't want to see. I just want to go to the next experience. That was my greatest asset about being out in the batsman. And bad news just alluded to it. At one time, Antigua, when they win the toss, I am not in the discussion. They put me aside out of the discussion as to what we do. Because I'm a batsman. You understand? And as you know, we are fast going out the team quickly. Backfire a few times, you know. Put him on and day and a half hour in the field. I'm telling you, so we talk about like one time, run half a mark came out to All Saints. I scored brilliant 150 something against Ambrose, Kenneth, Quinn, and Ricky Christopher. Well, I don't get 5. because they wasn't listening. Remember me play Arsene? I mean, no Arsene's pitch, ours are the mice shot. But then I went quick.
No.
Quick, when the mice shot gone.
And the way I say bad too.
Me play there, and me tell them, let us bat. You understand? So they see the liquor. I said, damn, mate, what juice? Boy, half an hour into the game, when he started to play some shots, the same one come out, yeah, 150 something. The Navy scored 300 and also 75 against Antigua Darcy, but the game get watched out. Me, they're gonna bat them on one pitch. Up to this level.
It goes back to this now thinking about it now, because you play on so much different type of pitches, different conditions.
Yes.
You're not phased by the environment because you already been there, done the assessment, fail, learn, then you can execute.
Let me go to the fight.
So because of knowledge
Right.
and information that from your skill set,
Yes.
you can back your skill set to play on any
surface. I learned, and that came back again from, I can lead everything that I developed over time from factory, because I had to bat on wet pitches and Saturday morning. Hard, nice gentleman, I want an old watering can. Right? On an old watering can, and the pitch is nice and hard with some green grass. And pad up, and a couple bucks of new ball up there, and a big strong man up there, turn up, and there. I always say, swipe across the pitch to a certain length, right down the bumper. Wet pitch. So you water, hard pitch, green grass. So when Guardian win the toss, me kill the condition of the pitch, me mentally prepare to go to fight until it become the condition that we want.
Because you know when the best condition would be your perfect condition, and you won't take a certain amount of time to get to the condition.
Very
So once you get to the condition, we can dominate from there.
just fight. A opening batsman must be prepared to go to get like a ball and zip, so take on the lick on there somewhere. You understand? But after that, when you would have settled and you can get to that 25 over, 30 over mark as an opening batsman, no bowler from the other side matters.
Well, I don't want to jump in again because I was time for some finish up, but I heard what he said that people didn't like to watch what's going on. I like to watch what's going on. Okay, I never send the message me back in the pavilion and watch the game, see what's going on. Nobody want to back and tell me you don't know it. I want to see myself. Okay, you watch and see what's going on. Because sometimes they be quite right, sometimes see some man batting.
You want them?
You know the man in the so fast, like it appears that when the games go on. So, but that's why you see like a battle part of Enoch, because we want to get out there, put some bat with a jokey bowler that the man to fight with. I want to see myself, even spin bowlers. I want to watch and see what's going on, guys. So when you play against your inching alley or the spinners, like, you want to watch and see what's going on.
See the ball turn.
You want to see. Well, you want to see what's going on. Nobody can send, or somebody send message to tell you can see what's going on. I see, when you go there, they'll say, I remember I played a match in 1972 against Cincinnati and Germany, and I played a match 70-something against, the guy became Australian chief selector in David Hahn, and that's why we spent like Cincinnati. And then they're watching and say, all right. And you know what I'm doing? I know you get out in the front foot, and watch the ball comes to the bat, and then you push. The guy you can't read him too well, so why read the other pitch? When I want on the back foot, they get caught, it'll be over behind.
I was about to ask you that when you started the conversation.
Once you rule out certain out, you can now take over from that.
I don't think you rule out certain out, but you know you play.
Yeah.
You play to your strength now.
Where, Taddy, in a free time, there was a lot of different scenarios and different bowlers with some experience. What did you watch from spinners? Because I usually tell people I watch the ball and the rotation of the ball. Against Cannon and so Cannon used to, I wonder how I pick it quickly. At the ball, I used to pay attention to the cricket ball.
Cannon never bowled a bunch of cookery, man. Cannon wasn't doing anything cookery bowler.
Yeah, but whenever you do it, you throw the ball wide outside. You could pick it.
Cannon cookery, and the world's cookery.
Okay. Well, you see,
But I said to you,
I can only speak of who we face.
no, the sinner can start googling. Sinner can say, well, you play much, you know, rather than much, but it'll be wise and so on and so on. But when you play against those guys, like you say, the Chinese and the guys, the whole front and Han and Pakistani guys, And them man, they really good spinners, but what you quite correct. You take some time. You watch what rotate in the ball. You watch that. How the ball rotates. Something you watch for the how you deliver the ball.
Anton, you can watch it.
All that too.
Yeah.
But you have to be keen and smart player. You know,
You also watch it from the non-striker, and you have a look at him from the
Of course.
you watch all that too, but don't try get important too, but you watch the ball come to you.
Your back.
And you say something to you, you're a smart player again. If you're not that smart, spin bowlers have a pattern. They have a pattern.
Stock ball and call it.
And you see, when the player get a hold for themselves, when you get bowl the googly, you have an idea. But you have to know they pretend to steady. You have to make your mind have to be there. You can't rush it. I can tell you, I played against Shannon Shaker. But Shannon Shaker about 6 hours or more. I played him twice, Rising and one Tiger. I did fairly goodish, but that's not the point. Everything Shannon Shaker ball is next spin. You know. Why you can't Google ball fast like bad news? Fast. And you have a 4-man on the bat. You have to defend. You can't defend with in trouble. Foul shot like this, like if they pop your gun, and the Indian man can catch out the bat like a deadly. But any ball the leg spin, they were hanging there.
See? So right there, and this is what I'm saying. I don't know how the modern players assess themselves at batters, and as Badu saying, as we all learn. I was a bat first guy, but I was prepared as a bat first guy to get one ball try to have Noel, to get one cross me. We don't prepare, right? So wet pitch, I had a technique. I am not going forward. We defend everything from up to down. Right? My defense start from up to down. Right?
Nice early, but not how work was said, okay, here's your part of the couch and tell me so. If you pull it, check about the ball in wet pitch. Jab the ball again, you know, the shot ball right up on you, and ball climb past you. So
What for me? When I put that thing there, wait.
I wait.
when a much you can wait to Jeff up with ball, the ball jab right next to you.
take on.
I have to look at defend by front foot.
Okay. Stop up the bounce.
You can't drive. You can't drive good length. You can't body.
This is why I say,
You know,
See, everyone loves finish up. I want to some guy a Johnny says so you can't drive on it. Driving on it a special skill though. Especially if you know you do. You have to know you do. Even though you do, something take chances.
Yeah.
But if the pitch down by so you can't do the period.
Yeah, that's it. When
But if the pitch hard,
that's not easy.
hard.
That's not easy, right?
Let's see. That one was foolish something here. And then drive ball good land. And ball a seam ball. And not easy more that you can't slip easy.
Well, okay.
Hold on, let me just crack your nonsense. You know, that's nonsense. You will drive ball and you up. You know, the ball comes to you, hit late. You can't go to drive the ball for the left. A seam ball. Against real good seam ballers.
more punch.
You have to look for coming and the ball come to you. And you hit on the up. And the ball come to you. And you can't take you out of the ball. I can tell you something. Even more so against a spin bowler. I did it against Pakistan, like a backman and a try stuff. Where you bat for so long, you know the pitch you do. You know the pitch you do. And the pitch I would judge now enough. Because he, nice, he work with sugar, you know. Them guys in Pakistan get turn ball and bounce. So if any bad spin boy into the pitch and want driving in trouble now. You know what the great turn will be. Like a gap between batting by the sticks, you know. I see this injury ball, man. I said, what drive? If you batting by the go send to some niggas, so. Okay, I can't read. So you can't drive ball after that. Then we get to the right to the pitch in the ball.
We talk about more seamers.
We talk spin ball, the most hard man drive.
Yeah.
If you can't drive, yeah.
I don't want to drive it about them.
Or just general drive.
Anything you want to drive spin boy into the pitch of the ball. The riders in the pitch they got no that turn arc anyway. In a lot of trouble. Plenty of trouble you get the ball turn guy left you. This way and that. You can't read that.
For me, if you get this ball, try to force the shot, just
If you wait, no, that's it. This is
Like I said to you last week, when people come to grammar school first, can't near the killie. He can't drive, you don't want to drive. You take the picture of the ball, you can't slip, you can't stop. If you look at the picture of the spin ball today, the ball turn, you turn, you're in a lot of trouble. You make it look at it, you look more than a fool. That's what man get both between batting by that time, house, spin and stuff. Yeah, that's in the pitch. When I will get my biggest joke, let's say, let me fit the choice of my biggest joke. If they watch this great house spin and they say, from Australia. You know, with that. I tell myself, how you been out? I must have you by pitch also also.
yeah.
If you get it for those so you can't help me.
But wait now, you know, I spoke to the youngster from St. Kitts concerned that because I watched him standing up and I said to him, okay, remember he played the ball and say, come here and we had a nice conversation the other day. And I said to him, whosoever gets spinner, stop whenever go. Study the first thing you do against an ass spinner, and mark center stomach and break, you know, but yeah, but so what me do now, me shut off stump. So
You rule out the
me rule out bowler against half spinners that me shut off my stump. Period, full stop. And this is what I'm trying to tell the youngsters. Me see man come and do some half spinners, stump back so. When me back against half spinners, me rule out bowler by stand up and half stump.
rule out that.
Me rule out half stump. Well, then they took it to this program and learn somewhere in that.
You never better ask something. You're about sending something here. You're tired guy. Minnesota stylish. We be bad people sending something. But they put cars in and come and say that. You put with a nose say that stuff.
Because I was a go at the bar, meaning that me, anytime you do so, me come, fun, you do that watch and down the
You want to get him.
Right, so what I did, I eliminate too much half go across. So me stand up against spinners, especially half spinners, me stand up and half some and go at the ball. First step, if you enough other foot follow back, me right there. If my trigger and you realize me come and pull them shot, you quickly me done back. I'm done in line. You don't even have a conquest, I'm done. So just my movements against our spinners was very precise. After you. If you're a day, pull back, punch, pull. We never know our spinner myself.
I mean, I do basketball for me. Like, the man now, attack the ball.
Look for getting
But when I look for defend, because it's going to get attack you.
yeah, because you're low heat. You have to dictate.
So when you jump on me, so
I'm always forward first, but it's not a jump to the ball, it's a trigger.
Yeah,
And then just in case,
look at the front foot.
yeah.
Look at to the pitch of the ball.
I don't agree with the back scenario completely. I understand sometimes you know, depends. But to me, it is proven a downfall too often that they get out on the back foot versus getting out on the front foot.
It goes to the pitch.
Yes.
If you trust the pitch that the ball will bounce, then you can play back foot. But if you don't,
But pitch ball can't bounce if you get to it.
no, that's the next thing.
how you perceive it.
Yeah, based on perception and the pitch.
Bobby, anybody spin ball on my back foot. When my back foot spin, we're looking for knocking away now.
Exactly.
And when when you push back after you pick up the length.
If you get on the front foot, let the ball come to you. In a push. You let the ball come to you. That'll keep the batting, you know. The push and the spin and the spin ball. Let the ball come to you.
So you get in a position. You have to get in a position.
So and then you look, they would start to party Kamash. He was the best at that. He will then probably them. I saw the shot, he pulled it to mid wicket. I saw the shot. Then the shot, no. A slightly shot.
Pick up the length. If I don't push and then right back.
He just bumps into mid wicket. He's burning.
Naki does do that very well.
Yeah.
Naki does do that very well.
See, you pick up the length early.
Forward.
Yeah.
Only pick up the length, push back.
A pass, bang away. But tell you when you, especially play recreation, go with a good pitch, you like a joke spin ball, with them and a challenge. But I say when we see the boy and the lion is out by the show say that. A man a card. I say, what kind of show keep at
They
this?
call it the slip.
A man say, great boss spin boy. Look, see the boy Emil can knock your ex over 6 so far, see?
From the line there.
Yeah, but also that's a flight
You
bad.
have to tap the stump. You have to tap the stump.
Knock your ex over 6 and 5 minutes. And then the jokey ball. The ball out the
And here man we ball in a little bit the loop. So in time you put him, the ball can't do nothing. Because lion do ball in a little bit the loop. Because that's his strength. Loop the ball and hope you get some. You even notice a lot of people.
And the rules of the cricket. The rules of the cricket.
Maybe you both in between the seamers and
Yes.
so he might get a moment 10 over.
Yeah, bounce. You a lot of
What
that.
I'm saying to you, and the rules of cricket tell you, if the ball that goes say that, so you play the ball, can't help it up.
Can't get a bit of. So go to the bar. So go to the bar.
You knock you in the game, it's like the rules.
Rule out certain things by going to the bar.
So I just laugh and say, he's so good and say, you watch a game, I just want, tell us a
A
cricket.
modern batsman.
I never want that, man. I take batsman.
He's not a huge spinner of the ball either.
No.
In fact, hardly any spinner in the world today are huge spinners of the ball. And they're not spinning the ball a lot.
Well, them spinners in India, they were spinners. And they get the pitch, I don't know.
Yeah, when they get a pitch for it.
But I'm saying to you, man, I don't want to go them.
I know like I'm early to go lads and turn the ball straight still. So yeah, find me I'm something. You know how much of
A bird, you said that.
That's generation talent.
Yeah.
So it goes back to now.
Bird, you said that's a marriage. When say bird, you shy, you know.
Yeah.
Whole time, it's consistency right now about consistency.
Is it that they're so prepared for the shorter format that them are worried about the length and line versus turning the ball? Like it appears so now, a lot of the spinners ain't turning the ball.
But you check LWAL, Jack. You check IPL now. They were spinners do real good in IPL now.
Because the wicket turn.
Then turn
They
the
give
ball.
them
They do that, they do the spinners.
they are more valuable than our spinner. Because they're wicket taking.
Well, then call them Mitchie spinner now.
Yeah, they put them in middle overs.
Yeah.
LWAL, Jack.
I remember back when they would turn the ball. Yes, daddy.
You're too young.
Eh?
And they call it mystery spinner now. Mystery spinning is since one guy named John Gleeson, the of Australia. He the first man they call mystery spinner in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, long
With
time.
grand. But you know what they call mystery. That a long day name, and I don't know.
Okay.
They Gleeson.
Well, fellas, that's a very good discussion. I think it's starting to get into stuff on it. So, I think that's very good. And that's because they are there for the young. You know, it's nice to talk to past players and stuff to get that feeling. I know what the mindset is. They don't want to type shit on it, but we can just make the change. I still feel the stuff they have and stuff, yes, maybe technology and stuff like that. But we need to get the fundamental and the game and stuff, and your mindset. You can do well in this 25, 26. You can do well in this future with this concept. Because your mindset and how you perceive things and how you react. So as a coach, I hope that you can fill the gap between the old way and then the new way. And really get some that's from the
Yeah,
we have a talent in the league. Because how we do that.
There was plenty, you see that man, plenty good, promising good young guys.
For me, I must say, guys, for me, what I do is still ask questions. You understand? Because you can't know enough. Because what you saw in the 80s and 90s, you might still say no on how they work it out. Once you understand how to work it out, then it's similar knowledge with more information.
Yes. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So it's getting the knowledge from them, researching, and get more information to develop it and enhance it. So it just have to find a balance between that era and this generation, and just kind of mold the two of them together.
What they want, Johnny, is that in the school system, like, get some cricket back in the John Dews and Sweets and other people again. Even Caps Cross, find some young boys to play cricket. Find them, start them on the school on 11 and on, 30 over the bit.
Expand the pool.
And you see, like somebody mentioned earlier, about 320 this and that. When I played softball was 2 innings cricket. You batter, make plenty one. You know, they pretend not. People declare, figure out with them. That's what cricket used to be. People learn to bat. I say I have nothing against teaching. They get plenty of money and entertainment. A lot of people that don't decide to get no teaching. And they go to and that's great. My biggest problem, no, public, like I said, the biggest problem with that endanger that now. But I know the people that are all betting some that for bet and this and that, and Indian company, Indian government controlling them. That's a dream they pull out. So, in all the betting take place in India. Then I play the betting company in India. And the government controlling them. That's why they pull out. They even say this World Cup stuff in Indian hockey and stuff now. They want in the government play the money. BCCI lose them. Plenty of money. Because whatever we, the park is getting involved. Because long time if you bet on this, the ban you and this, that. But that been going on for so long now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm hoping that game is solved because our cricketers only go to IPL and this and that. And then 50, 60 crores used to get in this course. Maybe no more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's always my pleasure to come and interact with your audience and come along my lifetime coach and yourself. You've been in the middle for a time journey. I watch him with his craft, and I'm really happy and proud the way how he has dedicated himself to coaching. It's not much guys who have done what he has done and the commitment that, So I hope a couple more communities find another journey. You understand? To continue to harness the young talent that we have, and Antigua is full of that right now.
When I say something about the class, I'm really interested in
Keep pushing.
I want to have it. I don't want to have the final set. I want to have the last set. So I have the final set.
Yeah, I must say, the good to rub the shoulder with different cycle, different areas. Taddy down to Raj and to the played against coach, played on Taddy. And one thing always stand out to me, Taddy. Once you come factory, when you leave here, you can perform anywhere around the world. And that's a mentality I kind of grew up around and understand. Because I had a father figure that is similar to him. So it's not like it's new. It's not new. So, and then I kind of incorporated it into my question. I've been around a lot of coaches, good coaches. Archibald, Taddy Arnold, the Ross Otto, although he has a different side of him. The Hayden was senior. And I kind of put everybody together, all the dynamics, and then you start speaking to Enoch and the ENT too, and the different era coaches and Bongs into, because he was one of our elite players, Soppy and you said Soppy too, just to figure out what to mold my coaching ability, my coaching philosophy. There's no right way of doing right way and wrong way to do coaching, but there's a way of how you want to go about doing it. And then I must say kudos, thanks for having me here. Thanks for just even give me the opportunity to be in an environment like this, right? To share my views from my perspective, from coaching perspective.
Well, I wish you have a lot of so I don't want to say thank you to what you're talking about with colleague. Nice to see you. I love it. I love it.
As always.
I don't want to say keep up the good work, man. I say, what you say, it's not much pushing that together. It's only dedicated work, man. So can you put in the hard work? And I say never stop learning. And just in sky's the limit and the can't be the limit.
Yeah, that's way to the top.
You know what? I don't make luck off. I don't want no mic on. I don't want no comments. You see, when my good friend Earl Richards said to me, we have Earl Ward in the show today. I say, the boy to be Adventist anymore. That's all I have to say about it, Earl. I don't want no comments, Earl.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to pay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with a Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and get in gear with the Simply Smarter car loan. Call or visit us or go to acbonline.com for more.
ACB Caribbean. Simply smarter banking.
Jingle your keys and get in gear with a car loan from ACB. Drive away with a loan that fits you. Get up to 100% financing and 10 years to repay on a new or used car. Plus, get a pre-approved credit card. So rev up and